1 calorie of energy. So for 1 meter, we need 1 calorie of energy. Hi, I hope you are doing well. Let me introduce myself first. I am Sanjeev, currently an educator at Re-Level powered by an academy. I would be discussing a very interesting problem, Minion Marathon, with you in this particular video. Firstly, let me tell you what you can expect from this video. We would be going through the problem statement. Second is we would be discussing the constraints for the problem. Third is we would be discussing the input and output format for the problem. And after that, we will discuss how we can solve this particular problem. And later on, we will be doing the implementation as well as code for this particular problem. So let's start and let's see what the problem says. Problem statement is Bubu, the minion, participated in the year's International Marathon Championships. Okay. The marathon consists of K races ran on a track of L meters. So there are two things that marathon would be of K number of races and track would be of L meters. Next is the track can be considered as a line on x axis with one end at x is equals to 1 and another end at x is equals to L. So when we are saying track would be of L meters, so we are saying that it would be started from x is equals to 1 and it would end at x is equals to L, right? Now the next thing is the minion first runs from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to L. So that would be its first race. Then from x is equals to L to x is equals to 1. That would be its second race. And so on runs along the track k times. The minion has a stamina of B calories and can store maximum energy of B calories in itself. So the maximum energy that can be stored by minion is B number of calories. To run 1 meter, the minion spends 1 calorie of energy. So for 1 meter, we need 1 calorie of energy. Initially, the minion is at its full stamina, that is B calories of energy. So when the race is starting, at initial point of time, minion would be having its full stamina, that is B calories of energy. Now, there is a food stall at x is equals to s. So basically, there would be a food stall at some point s on your track where the minion can eat and regain its full stamina, that is B calories of energy. So it is basically saying if you would be stopping at the stall, then you would be regaining the full stamina, that is your B number of calories. You have to tell the minimum number of times the minion has to eat at the stall to complete K races. So basically, you need to find out that how many minimum number of times you will need to eat the food to complete the K races. Now let's see the input format for the problem. So input format is simple. It would be having the four separated integers. First would be L, that would be denoting your length of the track. Second is B, that would be your number of calories. Third is S, that would be telling you where your stall is. And last is K, that would be telling you that how many number of races minion has to run. Now the next is output format. So you need to print the minimum number of times the minion has to eat at the stall to complete the K races. If it is impossible to complete the journey, you can print -1. Now, if you will talk about the constraints, you can see the length of the track can be up till 10 raised to the power 6. Number of calories at max can be 10 raised to the power 9. The place where food stall exists would be there on your stall from 1 to L, and number of races can be up to 10 raised to the power 4, right? So there is one of the simple input and output given. Now, as you have already seen the problem statement, let's just discuss it with the help of a sample case and let's see how we can drive an approach to solve this problem. Here I have dragged your problem statement just for your reference. Let's see what the problem statement says. So it is saying that Bubu, the minion, participated in the year's International Marathon Championship. Right? Next thing is the marathon consists of K races ran on the track of L meters. Right? So there would be K races for L meters track. Next is the track can be considered as a line on x axis with one end at x is equals to 1 and another end at x is equals to L. So basically, you can think of the track something like this, which is starting from x is equals to 1 and it is going till x is equals to L. Now the next thing is the minion runs first from x1 to x is equals to L. This would be your first race. So when minion is running from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to L, this would be your first race. Then from x is equals to L to x is equals to 1. So when it would run from x is equals to L till x is equals to 1, this would be your second race, right? And so on runs along the track k times. So this is how minion will keep running k times on this particular track. Now the next is the minion has a stamina of b calories and can store maximum energy of b calories in itself. To run 1 meter, the minion spends 1 calorie of energy. So for 1 meter, we need 1 calorie of energy. Next is initially the minion is at full stamina, that is has B calories of energy. So initially it would be having B calories of energy, which is also its maximum energy that it can have. Next thing is now there is a food stall at x is equals to s. So basically at some position where x would be equals to s, there would be a food stall where the minion can get energy and regain its full stamina, that is B calories of energy. So that would be its maximum stamina. So from this we can say that whenever minion would be eating at the food stall, its energy will get maximum, that would be B automatically. Next is you have to tell the minimum number of times the minion has to eat at the stall to complete the k number of races. So when minion would be taking the races like this, we need to tell how many minimum number of times it needs to feed at this food stall k. So let's just see it through an example. Here you can see an example is given in which input is in the order LBSK. So here the input is in this input format given to you. As you know, first L would be the last point as we have just seen of
हम्म
your track, right?
हम्म
Which is 7 here.
कल
The
आ
next thing
जाएगा
is your
रेल
B.
पटरी पे
As we know, B would be your
ठीक
maximum
पढ़ाते
number
हैं
of calories, which is 10 here. So B is given as 10.
ना वही
Now the
मिक्सचर को
next thing
तोड़
is
करके धीरे
S,
धीरे खाते हैं
which
हम
is
लोग मलाई
basically
मलाई
where your food stall would be
हाँ
placed. This particular point S. So S is your for food stall, value of which is given as 3 in the sample input. Next is
हाँ इलिक्स
K,
लगा के मनो
which
तो
is
तैयार है
basically the value denoting your number of rounds that you need to take. So
क्लास
K is
का है
equals to 4. Now
लगा
let's try to dry run this example that how minion would be able to run this on this particular track. So here we are starting from x is equals to 1 and we are stopping at x is equals to L. So basically value of L is 7. So we are stopping at x is equals to 7.
कम
So
से
let's
कम
just write it
1,000 पे
beautifully.
आने से घर चलेगा
1, 2, 5 and 6. Right? So let's just see how much this distance is in meters from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 7. So it would be basically 7 minus 1 as we are starting from 1 and ending at 7. So your total distance would be 6 meters in this case, right? So your distance is 6 meters, right? Now next is let's place your food stall, that is for the position number 3. So here at position 3, we would be having our stall. Now as you can see here, our track is in two parts. One is before the stall, that is in this particular case from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 3, which is your 2 meters. Now the next part is after the food stall. That would be 7 minus 3. In this case, it would be 4 meters, right? So let's write this as A, which is the track before your food stall. And let's write it as B, which is the track after your food stall till the end, right? So now when your minion would start running, firstly it have to check that what are the current number of calories. So current calories are 10. So if we are initially at x is equals to 1, we have to check in the current calories can minion reach till the
रसीद
food
छुट्टी
stall.
में है का अंकल?
So it is your distance A. We can check
3
if your
पार्सल कर रहा
current
है।
calories minus A,
वो एक लड़का है
if it
कौन
is smaller than 0,
है?
that means
अच्छा
if current
इसे
calories
बार बार
minus
आता है
the
उसी का
number
बंदा है।
of meters. Why the number of meters? Because as we have seen earlier that 1 meter would take 1 calorie. So that's why we are checking if in the current number of calories can we reach till the food stall, and that we can do by current minus A, right? If this answer is smaller than 0, then we can say that we won't be able to reach till food stall in these number of calories, right? And in that case we can say that it is not possible to complete the race. So it is not possible, right? If you are unable to reach till your food stall in current number of calories, then it won't be possible for you to complete the race. In our case, our current number of calories are 10, where A, that is the distance till your food stall, is 2. So we can just do 10 minus 2, which is giving us the value 8, which is not smaller than 0, right? It is not smaller than 0. That means it is possible for us to reach to the food stall. Fine, right? So we can reach to the food stall. After reaching to the food stall, what would be our current calories? So as we have covered this much of distance A, so our current calories would become current minus A, that would be 8. Then we need to check if we are at this particular point, if we are at this food stall, then would it be possible for us to reach till the end as well as come back till your food stall? Why come back also? Just because there is no food stall at x is equals to 7. So if it is not your last round, as you can see, it is our first round only. Current round number is first only, right? So as you can see, there is no food stall at x is equals to 7. That's why with the current calorie, we have to reach till the end as well as come back again, and we can get our calories refilled only at your food stall, right? So we have to check if we can cover twice of your distance between stall to end with your current number of calories, right? So let's check that. So basically we are doing this, that you need to current minus 2 into your B, because we have to check the double of this particular distance, right? So for us it is 8 minus 2 into 4, which is basically 8 minus 8. So here, as you can see, our current calories minus twice of this distance is equals to 0. That means we would be able to reach till our food stall in the next round. So we can just move forward, and now when we would cover this distance B and will reach here at x is equals to 7, our first round would be completed, and what would be our current number of calories left? These would be current calories minus this distance B when we will reach at this 7. So it would be current minus B, which is equals to your 8 minus 4, that is 4. So right now our current number of calories left are 4, and we are here, right? After this you need to start your round number 2. So let's update that we are going on the round number 2. And here firstly you need to cover the distance to reach till your food stall. As in last case, A was your distance to reach food stall, and B was the distance from food stall till end. Now it's just the opposite. Right now we are starting from here and we have to reach your food stall. So now can we say that our distance to reach food stall is 4 meters, which is Basically, we were denoting by A. So here we can say that for this particular round, value of A is equals to 4 now, right? As we are
सिराज
as we
बड़े
have
दुनिया
to
के नंबर
reach
वन
till
गेंदबाज
food stall. So now we will again check, can we
दुनिया के
reach till your food stall? So current calories are your 4 minus this is your distance, which is 4. So it gives you 0, right? Which is not smaller than 0. That means you can definitely reach till your food stall, right? So let's say we have covered this distance to reach our food stall and we have done 4 minus 4, which is 0. So our current calories would be updated to 0. So as you can see, we have reached to this food stall and now the current energy is 0, right? So we have to refill our energy now. We have to refill. So we can count the number of refills. So here you can count the number of refills. So now the count would become 1 as we are doing the refill for the first time. And now, as we have seen earlier that B
दिखा रहा है
was
ऐसे
your
एक्सरसाइज दिखा रहा है
distance from food stall till end. So here also from food stall till end we have this distance and we can say it is B. B means your food stall to end. Let me raise the extra stuff first. So here you can see your distance A was to get from start point till your
फिर इंडिया फेल
food
दिया
stall. Now
इंडिया
B
तो
is from
जीरो
food
पर था
stall till end,
100
right?
नहीं बना
This is your B.
टेस्ट मैच था
B is 2 meters in this particular round,
हम भी
right?
क्या कहते हैं यार
And as we have refilled here, so our current
क्या किया क्या किया
so let me raise this and you can see our current energy would become
हमारा हाइट
again
अपडेट करते
10
हैं
as we have increased our count of eating the food by 1
और फिर तुम
as we
गर्म
have
होगा तो
had the food here.
दिमाग खराब हो
So we
जाएगा
have the maximum energy again, which is 10. Now we need to check with this maximum energy, can I go from this food stall till end and then again from end to your food stall, right?
लाता तो
Because
होगा कोटे
this is not your last round.
मनी होने दबा
You
देते
have to go again till the food stall with this energy. So we will just check. Can
कहाँ
we
बच्चे
perform this current energy minus 2 into B?
अब बाबू
Because this is your B, that is food
बाबू एक
stall
तो
till
फुआ आई
end,
है उसकी
and then again from end to food stall, we
वो
need to
उसके
do
साथ है
2 into B
उसी को
to
पूछ
cover
कहाँ है
both
बोल
of
के
these
तो
cases.
लोग फैशन
So
होगा
we
ना
are
दीदी
checking if your current minus 2
उसकी
into
दादी भी आई
B
होगी
is possible. So current
मैंने
energy
रात
is
को जब
10
भूखे की
minus 2 into
कुछ भी हो
B.
सकता है
Here, for this particular case, B is 2 meters, so it would be 2 into 2, which gives you 6. So yes, we are not getting a value smaller than 0. So it is possible to reach to the food stall, so we can travel this distance. If we will travel this distance B and will reach till the end, so you can see we will use 2 calories and our current calories would become current minus 2, that would be 8 calories, right? So, as we are starting from here and we need to go till food stall first, so we will check, can we go till our food stall with our current energy? So, we will just do current minus A. Your current energy is 8, 8 minus A, that is 2 meters, which is your distance to reach your food stall. So 8 minus 2 would give you 6. So
कभी
our
देखे
current
राहुल भैया
energy is
कूलर था वो कहाँ
sufficient
हुआ
to reach to this food stall. So we can go to this food stall and update our energy to 6. So our current energy would become 6 as soon as we will reach at this food stall. At this food stall, we have to check, can we reach till the end? Now we have to check with the current energy. Can you go till the end, as well as can you come back from the end to this food stall again? Because we already know no food stall exists at the end. So only with the current energy, firstly you would need to go till end and then come back, right? So for that, we can just check that B is your distance from food stall till the end. We can check with your current energy. Can you do 2 into B? That is going from food stall to end and then end to food stall. Can you do this? So our current energy is 6. 6 minus 2 into B, where B is 4. So we are doing 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8 would give you minus 2, which is less than 0. That means we won't be able to come back at the food stall in the next round because our current number of calories are less than the required number of calories. So, what we should do? We should fill up our calories again. And if we will fill up our calories again, we can update the count that we have eaten the food again, and our current number of calories would be updated to 10, that we have refilled our calories. Now if the number of calories are 10, we can check, can we go now till the end and then come back at the food stall? Is it possible? So our current calories now are 10. Can we do this? 2 into 4, as 4 is your B, which means the distance from food stall to end. So it would be your 10 minus 8, which is equals to 2. So yes, with the current energy, we can go and come back. Cool, then let's go till the end. So if we will go till the end, till here, what would be our current energy? We have traveled B number of distance. So we can say current energy would be current minus B. So that would be 10 minus 4, and our energy would be updated to 6. That as we have reached till the end, our current energy is 6 now. As we have reached to the end, for the next round, we have to update our number of round. So our next round is fourth. Okay, we are on our fourth round. And as you can see, the total number of rounds that we were supposed to do are 4. So this is our last round, right? Now, as we are here and we have to reach to the food stall. So this is the distance to reach your food stall from this particular point, which we call as A. So what is the value of A here? It is 4 meters, because now we have to reach from this particular point to your food stall. So we will firstly check, can we reach to your food stall with your current energy? So we will check current minus A. So your current is 6 minus your A. A is 4 here, that is the distance to reach your food stall. So 6 minus 4 gives you 2. So yes, if it is giving us a value greater than 0, that means it is possible to reach your food stall. Now, when we will reach your food stall, our current energy would be updated. It would be 6 minus 4 and it would become 2. Now, as we have reached to your food stall here, we need to check, can you go further with your current energy? And further path is B, which is from food stall till the end. But here there is a point to note, that now you don't need to check if you can go with your current energy from this food stall to end and then again come from end to food stall. Why? Just because it is your last round. Earlier, if you remember, we were checking if with current energy you can go till the end and then come back to the food stall, because there was no food stall at the end, right? So we have to take twice. Firstly, from food stall to end, then end to food stall. But now we don't need to consider that scenario because it is your last round. As soon as you will reach till the end, we are done. You don't need to come back. So here we won't check current minus 2b state. We won't check this current minus 2b state, and we will just check current minus p. Is it possible to do current minus B? So what is our current energy? It is 2 minus what is B here? That is the distance from food stall to end. It is your 2 meters, so 2 minus 2 would give you 0. So yes, we can definitely finish this particular race till the end without having food again. So we will reach to the end, your current energy would be updated to 0, and as your 4 rounds are completed,
अरे
we
उसको
are
क्या
done.
करना है
So
वो
here
जैसे
the
मैंने
minimum
उसको
number
वहाँ
of
किया
times you have eaten the
जाके नहीं
food
ना
is 2. Simple. I hope this particular explanation
वो
makes
आई
sense
में
to
तुम
you
मुझे
that how
टेक्स्ट
we are
किया
going.
प्लीज
Now let's just check the
वो
top
तो
view of
खिड़की
it
में तार के
just to
लगाता
see
है
what we were exactly doing here.
इसमें
Let's just
तार
list down our steps that we
क्या
have
हुआ
done.
कुछ नहीं
First is you were updating your number of rounds. Then next is you were updating your energy.
हाँ कोई बोलने
Firstly
को लगा
for
हुआ
distance to reach till food stall, that is for A. So you were doing current energy would be equals to current minus A. Then if it was greater than 0, it was okay to go for you. But if this particular energy current would become less than 0, then it was not possible to you to reach till the stall, and we can say this particular case is not possible as we are unable to reach to your stall. After that, your third step was that after reaching to your food stall, you were checking, can you go from food stall to end? So after reaching at this particular food stall, we were checking if with the current amount of energy, can you go from food stall to end and then come back as well. So as your B denotes the distance from food stall to end, we were checking if it is possible to do current is equals to current minus 2 into B. And if the value is greater than 0, that means you can just cover the distance. But if this particular value would result in less than 0, which means that you need to have food, that means you need to have food. And at that particular case, we increase the count of having food by 1. So we have done count plus plus. So we have just increased your count of having food by doing count plus plus. So here you have made this check but haven't updated your current energy. Now as soon as you will reach till the end from this food stall to the end, as soon as you will reach till the end, you have to update your
हेलो
current energy. So how we
हाँ
will
बोलो
do it? As you have updated
गाड़ी तो
here
घूमने में है
from start
ड्राइवर तो नहीं
till
है लेकिन
food stall,
अरे नया नया टायर
we
सब
will
इधर
do
उधर सब कर दिया होगा
similar
चालू
that your current
बहुत
energy
बर्बाद
would be
किया
updated to
टायर जो है
current
ना
minus B,
नया
that
टायर
is
था उसको
the
उसको
distance
फर्स्ट
from
लगवा दिया
food stall
और
till
स्टेपनी
the
को
end.
कहाँ बेच
Now,
दिया कहाँ
as
किया
soon as you have
गाड़ी
reached
खड़ा
the
है
end,
देखा टायर कहाँ
again
बेच
we
दिया
will do the same process. You have reached the end, so we will update your number of rounds.
थोड़ी
After that,
इधर
we
उधर
can just check if is it possible for you to reach till the stall from this particular point. After that, we will just check if it is possible for you to reach till the stall from your starting point. If it is possible, then it's good, you can go. Otherwise, we can say that it's not possible for you to reach till the stall, so the race can't be completed. Otherwise, what we will do, we will just check. If it is not the last round, then you have to check that from food stall, can you go till the end? And as well as can you come back? So that's why your B is denoting the distance from food stall to end. So we are taking with your current energy. Can you go till end and then come back again to the food stall? If you can do this, then it's good. Otherwise, if it gives you less than 0, that means energy is not sufficient. Then you will have food and we will increase the count of
मार्केट
having
कंडीशन से
food.
ना बाबू
As soon as you will have food, we
करंट
will
40
update
का
your
पेंटिंग है बोलो।
energy to maximum, and
आज
then
छुट्टी
again
है
you will start
ये कल की
traveling
छुट्टी है।
and you will reach
कल भी
till
छुट्टी
the
है
end by doing this. Current is equals to current minus B. After that, your journey would starts again. You will update your number of rounds and you will keep doing this until you will reach till your last round, right? So I hope this particular explanation makes sense to you. Now let's just see how we can implement this particular approach. Let's code our approach. So firstly, let's take the variables that we need. First is your let L, which is equals to 7. We are taking the values from the sample test case
पिक्चर
only.
वाला का पिक्चर साइड
Then
है
your
दोनों
let K,
कौन सी?
which was
हाँ
equals to 4.
और वो टेम्पो
Another
वाला का
thing was your number of calories,
टेम्पो जो
that
लेके
was
गया था
B,
हम लोग को
which was
हमसे
equals to 10. And one
वो
more
भी आ
thing
गया है
was let
चलो बहुत
दे
position of
दिए
your food stall
हाँ
S is
दे दिए
equals to
दे
3.
दीजिए
So we have taken the
और ये
values
काम हो
just as we have seen in the sample test case. Now let's create a function. So function minimum refreshments. So let's just see how we can get the minimum refreshments
सवारी
that
वाला
we
आया
have
था ना
taken while running the k rounds in the race
सब
from
फोटो
x
दिया
is equals to 1 to x is equals to l,
देख
right?
यादव जी नहीं
So
आए
here we will pass all the variables. So first is your l, then
तो
next
मजा
is your
चखना
k.
अधिकतर लोग मजा चखने
After
वाला
that we
आता
are
है
having your maximum calories,
डराने
that
वाला
is
सब है
b.
आता है
Let me write it as max calories. And then S is your position of food stall. So position food stall, right? Now let's just call the function and get the result
सुगेंदर साई
of
की
our
बीबी है
minimum
ना
refreshments. So minimum
इन
refreshments, what we are
इन
passing L,
ना
A, minimum maximum number of calories, B, your position of food stall, that
ये
is
वाली
S. And let's just console.log your result. So
शायद
console.log
उसका भाई उनका हो गया उसका
result.
भाई उनका हो गया
Now let's see how we can implement our function that we have seen earlier in the approach.
कुछ नहीं
So first
ये
thing
स्कूल
was
टीचर है मनीष
total
की
distance that you are having from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to l. So
उसका
let
भाई वो लगा होगी
distance,
वो
which
मेडिकल में
was
बैठता है ना
equals to
बाहर
l
वो
minus 1.
छोड़ने जाता है
Why? Because we are starting
मोटका
from x is
मोटका
equals to 1
टेक्निकल
till x is equals to l, right? So that the distance is l minus 1, that is our total distance, right? Now initially your number of calories, your number of current calories would be equals to your maximum calories, so that we can write. So in our approach we
सुनिए
have
ना
seen two
देखे थे
kind of distances. One was a distance from start to your food stall. So let's see distance to food stall,
खाना वाना बनाने जा रहे हैं
which was basically food
सुनिए ना
stall's
बसंत बाबू
position
को 32,000 से
minus
आया है
your start
यूपी से
position, which would give you the distance to food stall. So it would
32,500
basically be
मुर्गा भी बनेगा
position of food stall
और
minus
चावलों का
1.
खाना बनेगा
It will give you the
सबका
distance to
प्रोग्राम
your
अच्छा
food
जाएगा
stall.
जब तक
Next
क्या
thing
छोड़ेगा जब
that we
गुरूर
had,
नहीं आज
next
काम नहीं किया
distance that we
पैसा का
had
भी
was
निकलवाना है
the
क्या ना
distance
है
from
वैसे
food stall to end. So how we can
पहले
get
पेमेंटवा
the
ले ले रुपए कम
distance
नहीं
from food
होगा
stall
पेमेंट
to
लेंगे
end?
तो ना अगला आदमी
So
लेट होना
let's
जाएगा
distance
फिर
food
काम हो
stall
गया तो सबसे
to
पहले
end,
गाड़ी
it
टेस्ट
would
हो गया
be
सब कुछ हो गया छोटे
your
उसको पूछना
total
अभी तक नहीं पूछा
distance
है
कुछ हो नहीं गया
minus the position of, it would be
अब की भाई
equals to
अब की भाई अगले
total
बार जब कोई
distance
गाड़ी आएगा
minus
पहले
distance to food stall,
तो भैया हम इतना
right?
पैसे
तो
देंगे
ठीक है
We
लेकिन
can
जो है
get
ना
the distance from food stall to end as if we will get
ये ना कर देता है
the
दूसरे
total
जगह जाएंगे
distance
तो जब बाद
minus
में देंगे तो दिक्कत हो
the
जाएगी
distance to
और
food
जाएगा
stall, we can get the remaining distance till end. So it would be equals to distance minus your distance to food stall. Simple.
डिपेंड जो
So
है
we
तो
have two distances, distance to food stall and
मटन
then
खाएंगे
distance from food stall to
कल
end,
देखें खाएंगे
right? Now let's just start with our rounds one by one. Now let's just start with our rounds one by one. So for your, let's say, let round, we are starting from round number 1 and we need to go till total number of rounds, which would be smaller than equals to k, and every time we are doing round plus plus. But now firstly we will check, can we go from start to food stall? So can go to food stall. So we will just check if your current calories minus the
ये
distance
छोला
to
तो
food
नहीं
stall
कराने का
will
काम
gives
मिल
you
गया
greater
खाना
than
मिल गया
0.
ये
So here
थकान
we are just
खाना
gonna check if your
किसको
current number of calories
वही
minus
ड्राइवर मालिक मेरे
distance
को
to your food stall
फुल
will give
ड्राइवर
you the
अच्छा
value less than
अभी
0.
देखा था
If
साल में
it
सुबह
gives
का
you less
कोई
than
देगा
0, that
मुझे अंदर
means
मैंने गाड़ी में
you
सो जाता
can't
हूँ कोई
go
बात नहीं लेकिन
till
खाने
the food
खाने
stall,
का तीनों टाइम खा
right?
के रहा
You can't reach the food stall.
टीचर
Then
बोल
we
के
can
कहाँ
just say
गए
return minus 1.
हाँ हाँ
Why
आपको
return
कहीं
minus
पे
1?
गए
Because it is not possible to
सारे
reach the
खाने
food stall, right? So
इसमें हम लोग
here we
वो
can
सारे
say in
कोई
that
जरूरत नहीं
particular case, it's not possible to reach the food stall. Not possible. Okay. Otherwise, if this value current calories minus your distance to food stall can give you a value which would be greater than 0 or equals to 0. That means we would be able to reach till your food stall, and we can handle that in else case. So if you are able to reach till your food stall, you should reach there, and we will update your current calories as current calories minus the distance to reach your food stall. Simple. As we have seen in our steps, what should be our next step? Our next step should be, after doing this, after updating your current calories, in the second step, our third step was to check if you can take the 2 rounds with your current calories, or you should have some food, and we need to check to be only when it is not your last round. The reason we have seen earlier, so let's just check it. If it's not your last round, that means round is not equals to k. So this is the case when round is not last. Otherwise, if round would be last, then we would do something else. For last round, we would do something else. So here, what we are gonna do, firstly we will check, is it possible to go to the end from food stall and then come back to the food stall with your current energy. Here we will just check if you can go from food stall to end and then from end to food stall with your current calories. So we'll just check if your current calories minus 2 into your distance of food stall to end, if it gives you a value less than 0, that means you can't go with your current energy from food stall to end and then come back. In that particular case, what you should do, you should have some food. So let's say we have a variable, let have refreshment, which was initially 0 as we haven't had any refreshment, but now it's time to have some refreshment, otherwise we won't be able to go to end and then come back to food stall. So we will just have your refreshment, we will do have refreshment plus plus, and as soon as you will have the refreshment, your current calories would be changed to your maximum number of calories again. So your current calories would be updated to your maximum number of calories after having the refreshment. Otherwise, now if it is your last round, then you don't have to check if you can come back also. Then you have to check only if you can reach till your food stall. So for that, we will check if with your current number of calories, can you reach till your food stall to end. Here we are checking if you can reach till the end from food stall with your current number of calories. If it gives you less than 0, that no, you can't reach till the end with your current number of calories. So what we will do, we will have the refreshment, and we will update your calories, current calories to maximum number of calories. The only difference in both the cases are that here we are checking for the case when we would be coming back also. So we are multiplying with 2. But here we are checking just to reach the end. We don't want to come back as it's your last round. After doing this, we can reach to the end from your call stack. So we can just update your current number of calories to current calories minus your distance from food stall to end. Now we have your updated current number of calories. After this, as we have seen earlier, your one round is completed and you will go to the next round. So right now, this was your A, which was the distance to reach food stall, and this was your B, which was your distance from food stall to end. But when you will come in the round number 2, in reverse position, which would be the distance to reach the food stall, and this become your distance from food stall to end. So can you see these values are swapped? Here it was A and this was B. But now your A is here and B is here. This is the distance to food stall, which was earlier here, distance to food stall. Now this B was the distance from food stall to end. But in another case, this would become your distance from food stall to end. So here you can see the values are swapped of A and B. So we will do the same. We will also swap the values of A and B for next round. So let's just swap your values as your distance from food stall and distance from food stall to end should be swapped as your distance to food stall should become distance from food stall to end, and next the distance food stall to end should become distance to food stall, right? So we have just swapped the values. In distance to food stall we have stored distance food stall to end, and in the variable distance food stall to end we have stored distance to food stall. So values are swapped, right? So if you have completed all these rounds, then you should return how many refreshments you have taken. So in the end you can just return the refreshments. So have refreshment. So let's just see if this particular code works for us or not. So let's just run it, and here you can see we are getting the output as 2, which was our expected output. Now let's see one of the cases where you should return a -1, where it won't be possible to complete the race. So let's say in current case, if your total maximum energy would have been something like 2 instead of 10, then it won't be possible for us to cover the race with the energy 2, because you can see, let me just erase this clutter. So you are having S here. With this total energy 2, you could have reached till the stall, then you would have refilled your energy. But again, after refilling, you can only reach to 5 with maximum energy as 2, right? You won't be able to reach till the end and come back as well, right? With the energy 2, it won't be possible for you to make it to the race, right? Let's just see if our code works for this scenario also. So here, instead of 10, if I will give the energy as 2, let's see if our code would work. We should get a -1 in this case, as it is not possible to complete the race for this case. So let's just run, and here you can see it is giving us -1, which means it is not possible for us to complete the race in this case, right? I hope this particular explanation makes sense to you and you would be able to get something from this particular approach to solve the problems. So thank you, take care.
मनोज के रहन सहन खान पियन नहीं लगता आदिवासी जैसे। पहले शुरू आया था ब्रिटेन के, एकदम भुवन से आता था, भुवन जैसे जाता था। तो हम लोग को माहौल में आया तो थोड़ा सा अपना माहौल खुलाया, साफ सुथरा रखता था। हाँ, लिए सिलाई कैसा होता है उसको देखिए। नहीं हुआ
हुआ अब तक खोलेगा तो
मैंने कर दिया काम को।
हाँ कर दिया।
45 मिनट